Hello guys, welcome back to our lessons and thank you very much for watching the previous video that I sent you. We will be continuing with inquiry 4.4. This is all about the challenges that is presented by desertification. Okay, so I have mentioned the word desertification many times before, but this is the time now for us to go into details. What really is it? Now, open your books on, before I move on. So I need you to have your inquiry book again and open it on page 64 to page 65. Also, you need your notebook and your pen for you to take note the important things that I'm going to mention. You can pause the video if you need to take notes, and you can also rewind and repeat the video for further learning. Write down or take note your questions if you have one, and send these questions directly to me so that I can give you an explanation or probably send you to something that will supply your knowledge about our lessons. So let's get started. Now, if you take a look at this picture in your screens right now, this could basically explain what desertification is. On the left side, you will see a very healthy land, which is green, where grass would grow, and then you have trees, and you have beautiful landscapes, and people and animals will be living because there will be a cycle of transfer of energy from plants to insects to any other living things up the food chain. Now, desertification is when this picture here, which is a healthy land, becomes this, or a place with a desert-like condition, or some will really become a desert. So as you can see, it has the word desert. Desertification is just a process of changing into that type of condition. So again, if you look at the meaning of desertification in our book, it's quite lengthy and long. But again, if you look at this picture, it would tell you what it is. It is a once healthy land that has changed over time into a desert-like condition. So again, for you to be supplied more about what desertification is, here is a definition. It happens when a healthy place turns into a desert-like condition. And what will be the main causes or reasons why a place can become a desert? Number one, which is something that we could not really take control of, is the changes in the climate. Okay? What do I mean by that? There are changes in the climate that we have no control of because, again, climate is a natural thing. It is a set of weather conditions that are happening throughout the year. Some places you can have a very predictable climate, like here in Laos. During April and May, it's very hot, and then come June, it will start to rain, and then December, January, and February, it becomes very cold. That is what we mean by climate. So changes in climate can result into unpredictable rain in some places. And when there is unpredictable rain, it means people will not know when it will be the best time for them to plant their crops. If they plant, it may be too hot, and if they plant, it may be raining. And they don't know because it is unpredictable. Another cause would be global warming. Now you might ask, teacher, what's the difference between global warming and climate change? They are two different things. When we say global warming, it is a global phenomena wherein the temperature increases. And as an effect of increasing global temperature, will be the changes in the climate. So climate change is a result of global warming. They are not different things. They are not the same. They are two different things. Another one reason is the activities of humans, or the human activities. It could be bad farming activities, or they could be overgrazing. I'm going to be talking about overgrazing in the next few slides. So bad farming practices, that includes taking so much water by because of irrigation, taking too much groundwater so that you can transfer this water into another place. What else? Too much cultivation of land. You take away all grass and trees and many other things away from land. And when that happens, land could not be held and water starts to evaporate from the land. So it becomes dry and becomes a desert. So take note, these are two main causes: the change in the climate and activities, or human activities. Now, I mentioned a while ago, overgrazing is a very important cause of desertification. Overgrazing is on page 65 of your book. It says here, it is the main cause of desertification worldwide. For thousands of years, people living in the dryland areas of the world moved into their small herds of domestic cattle, sheep, and goats in search of better grazing and water availability. So many years before, people will need to grow their cattle, and they would move them from one place or another. That is what you call nomadic grazing. But what happens right now is that they have large amount of cattle and they let them walk around and feed onto whatever possible grass they would eat. And the thing about it is that there is no time for these plants to regenerate or to grow. When that happens, that means there is no time for recovery, and the land, or these stumps of grass and plants, will not be able to grow anymore. Plus, there is an absence of or less precipitation in a place. When these two things happen together, then desertification may occur. There are lots of pictures on page 65. You see a person here inside a hole. That is what you call a water hole. And as again, when they have lots of animals to graze or to eat, they don't just need food to grow. They also need water. So what people do, they open a hole in the ground and get water from the ground, just very deep, and they would let these animals drink water. So the water underground will further be used, and after how many years, the water underground will also be finished or over, and that would again result to desertification. So it's a very quick lesson for everyone. Desertification, again, is a process wherein a once healthy land becomes a desert. So please take note of the causes of this. However, I'd like you to study more about other reasons for desertification, and I'd like you to surf the internet and look for other activities that can change a healthy place into a desert. Again, I only like to have 3 of these activities and explain a little bit of each one of them, and then upload your answers in ThinkWave. The activity name will be Desertification. So you have an upload button there. So once you're done with researching and writing down your answer, you can take a photo and then send them to ThinkWave with the activity name Desertification. Okay, this is a way for me to make sure that you watch the video from start to finish, taking down notes, and to give you points as well for today. Okay, so please stay tuned with our next lesson or video that I'm going to be sending you for Friday, and that would be the last one, inquiry 4.5. How do we restore the land that is degraded and to stop and prevent desertification? Thank you for watching and see you on our next video. Bye.